Welcome to the E-Tel game of the week on REV TV. And our game one this week is girls soccer playoffs. And look at the two teams that are going to match up. It's an all Ascension Parish battle. The 28th seed Lady Spartans of East Ascension will take on the number 5 Lady Griffins of Dutchtown here at Griffin Field. I'm Jeff Porsche, and we will be joined by Chris Goodall, former girls soccer coach at EA, and he'll give us some good insight and analysis on the action, but we'll get to him in just a moment. We're taking a break first. You're watching the E-Tel game of the week on REV TV.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. Like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
The national anthem, and we are just about ready to start this playoff game between 28 seed East Ascension, and 5 seed Dutchtown. Let's look at the starting lineups before we begin. We'll start with East Ascension, and their lineup will be junior goalkeeper number 1, Hannah May, 21, junior defender Paige Pransky, Ava Lambert, 25, sophomore defender, number 4, Nayla Sanchez, junior defender, number 28, Shayla Sanchez, senior defender, number 8, Reagan Melanson, senior midfielder, number 12, Taylor Carty, freshman midfielder, number 19, Audrey Galindo, freshman midfielder, number 11, Leah Pransky, freshman forward, number 7, Aaliyah Jimerson, senior forward, and number 24, Claire Delaney, freshman forward. That's your EA starting lineup. Now for the Dutchtown Lady Griffins, their starting lineup, they have a change in the goalkeeper. Usually you have Vivian Moody. Today you will start Elizabeth Meisner, number 5, freshman goalkeeper. Then the defenders is 16, Colette Smith, a senior. Maya Tilley, 31, senior defender. And then the wings, 8, Riley Gaho, senior. And Jada Johnson, 12, senior. And then freshman midfielder, number 4, Cameron Bonadonna. Number 11, Lillian Moss, junior midfielder. Number 13, Tristan Gozinski, junior midfielder. And then the strikers, the person you're going to be watching out for probably tonight, Riley Hickok, number 6. She's a special player. She's just a sophomore. And then you also have Emma Lambert, who is going to be a senior striker, number 6. And then Kerrigan Hookfin, number 29, a sophomore striker. So that's your starting lineups tonight, and we are just moments away from the start of tonight's game. And I'm Jeff Porsche, and he's Chris Goodall. And let me formally and now officially welcome you to the ETEL Sports family here on REV TV. It's good to have you out here.
Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate being out here. I'm glad the skies have cleared up a little bit. It was terrible weather about an hour and a half ago, so I'm glad it's cleared up, and it's a playoff game between 2 locals, and it's district. That's kind of impressive stuff. That's exciting stuff.
Exactly. So you've had a lot of experience coaching and a lot of soccer experience. What are some of the things that you've done here in the community and outside the community?
Well, I helped with, oh my gosh, I'm going to show my age now. Back in 99, I guess, so Central Middle days. Did my 7-8 years with those, boys and girls soccer. I was at EA Girls for 15 years. That's why I have grey hair. And I with the local club soccer association as well. I think I put in about 7 years there. So I've been out of it for 5 years, and the wife is happy.
Right. Yeah, you it's always good to spend a little extra time with the family and kids, and I understand that whole thing completely. And so you had a lot of experience with this team, as you said. You coached them for a very long time. Yep. As we take a look at the coaches before we begin, and at East Ascension, Jennifer Franklin, she replaced you, didn't she?
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
She's 38, 44, and 10. Jared Moss, he's got all kinds of experience in the club ball, and this is his first year at Dutchtown, and he's 15, 5, and 1. He replaced Coach Vias, who was here forever.
Yes.
And so when you look at the head-to-head, they played earlier this year. Dutchtown won. That was 2.5 weeks ago, 5-0. And then last year, they were in the playoffs. East Ascension did not make the playoffs, but Dutchtown was the 8th seed. They lost to St. Scholastica. But this is a big improvement for East Ascension. They've really turned a corner after a couple of years of not making the postseason.
Right, and it's tough when you don't make the playoffs, because you're fighting. You're trying to establish. And I know Jen's working. She works very hard. You try to establish your program. And I just thought, looking over her stuff this year, because getting second in district, that's really, really impressive. That's good stuff. And I was looking at a couple of results in district. They beat Walker 3-2, and they beat Denham Springs 1-0. And usually when it's that single goal, You know, we always say that, you know, the coaches lose the games and the student athletes, they win the games. But when it's down to a 1-goal game, it's usually some sort of little coaching thing that they've done. Because that helped them get second in district, and that's really impressive to me. That really is.
Exactly, and they had lost to Santa Maria 7-0.
Absolutely.
And so they were kind of down after that game, and they came back and won a couple and got that second place spot.
And they needed to do it, and that's a tough little district. Every team made the playoffs.
Yes,
that doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't
too often.
And we'll see how they do here tonight. Dutchtown at number 5, they're the favorite here,
Sure,
but East Ascension, we'll see what they can do here as they are getting their first playoff experience here in a while. And you can see Dutchtown in black and East Ascension in white, and an opportunity here for Dutchtown as they center it.
That's a decent cross, top of the box.
And
a touch let her down a little bit, but it looks like they're going to reload, switching it to the other side.
Okay. And so now they're going to try that left side. And they're setting it up and blocked, and there's a shot on goal, and it's high.
Just over.
Over the net right there, and the goalie, Hannah May, junior goalkeeper for East Ascension. It's kind of cool here tonight. It's in the 50s, but it's a lot warmer than it was about 2-3 days ago when it got into the 30s. So that's a blessing, but it's wet out there. The turf is going to be very slick.
Sure.
And so it's going to be a different type of experience. And this is the first year that these teams are playing on turf.
Yeah.
So as May will get it near midfield, and Dutchtown will set up. So what do you think about these turf fields compared to playing on grass, Chris?
Oh, I'm in between the old school and the new school, but I tell you what, let's just see what happens here. She's onside.
Yes.
Decent little ball across. Oh, that was a chance.
Near header attempt there. Hookfin missed. Oh, and another miss.
And that could be related to just, let's see that shot just gone over there. Because they're used to playing on turf now, obviously, but the bounce of the ball, sometimes that second bounce is really tricky. And you've got to get used to it in warm-up, and you would think turf is turf, but after that was a lot of rain that came down.
Right.
And I think your initial few misses like that. So grass, it's nice, it's old school, but I tell you what, when you play a winter season sport outdoors, it's really nice to have the turf. It's just one less thing you have to worry about. Parents for uniform cleaning, oh my God. Some of the parents, they would tell me we had to do 5 cycles of wash, especially the white uniform. And the shorts, a muddy game on a January or February, oh yeah.
Right, and one of the things that would be different if this was being played on grass. First of all, it wouldn't be played on grass because all the weather we've had in the dormant grass at this point from the freezes, and then with the weather, they'd be just playing in mud.
You know what? I tell you what though, Jeff, the APSB, they do let's just check this.
Yes, and the shot on goal. Oh, what a save!
That was a very good save.
What a save by Hannah May.
I thought she was going to save that and pop it out to the right a little, but that was great getting both hands and keeping on that.
Right, APSB's done a good job.
No, and they put ryegrass down, so you would come in the winter and it would still look kind of like these darker panels here that we're seeing, and that was impressive. Now, of course, rain and mud is still rain and mud.
Right.
But most people, they would come to our facilities and they're like, especially in January, like, ooh, this is really nice, and we've always got spoiled for that.
Yes.
But we still had to line them in the mud, and all that.
Right. The shot on goal was from Emma Lambert, number 2 for Dutchtown. It was a good shot, but a beautiful save.
Watched her play since she was about 5 years old. She's a good little solid player.
Yes. So you have a lot of knowledge with both of these players.
Not as many as I used to. I was picking through. Of course, if I teach them in class, that helps.
Yes.
And the Dutchtown girls, I'm obviously not on their campus.
Right.
So it's just a few through friends, playing colleagues. And, somebody like Emma, I've seen her since she's been very young.
Yes.
And I know of some of the stronger players, but, of course, I haven't coached them.
Right.
I haven't coached any of them. Last year even, I hadn't coached any of the EA girls. It goes by quickly.
Yes, so this is 5 years removed. So this is the first class that would have been away from you.
Nope,
correct?
Second, man, because you think about it, after 3 years,
right,
the freshmen are seniors, so even year 4, And I would show up, it's like, okay, I know her, I know Hannah's the goalkeeper, and I just didn't know them.
Yeah.
And it just goes, it's like life, and it goes by quickly. It really does.
So how has EA improved over the years? I mean, obviously they're making the playoffs, but do you see a lot of improvement from the last couple of years?
Yeah, well, I think Coach Jen, let's just see what happens here.
Yeah.
Which could be a good shot. Oh, that's good.
It's a little wide.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Take the shot, though. That's fine.
Yes, absolutely.
Unlike boys, where if you're a freshman and you're playing like U High and every kid is 6'2", you just can't compete. Girls, it doesn't matter. If they're a freshman, we get them to do their planks to help with their core. And a freshman, especially by this time of year, they're playing like they're not a freshman anymore. They've seen it all. They've played at the Pit. They've played some of the big dogs in New Orleans. And Coach Jen she's always gone with the youth. Like, if they're good enough, hey, they're getting to play. Let's see what we got. A little action down here. Pressure on the defender.
Right.
Keeps it in play. That was really nice.
Leah Pransky out there. Yeah. She's one of their top players.
And isn't she freshman? Yep, freshman. I think she's top goal scorer. She's solid. She's a big frame on her. She doesn't look like a freshman. Freshmen
and sophomores are really contributing on both of these. You had Hickok on the girls' side on Dutchtown. Right. She's a sophomore.
She's special, yeah.
Yes, and the shot will hit the side.
I think it may have gone out, yeah. And Pransky has a sister as well, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. So you have Leah Pransky and you have Paige Pransky. Paige is a junior, but Leah is the goal scorer.
Right.
So that's interesting.
I don't know how the dynamics work at home. Hope it's okay. I've had that with goalkeeper sisters. Holy cow, that was tough.
Oh, really?
And they both were superb. Yeah.
Yes. So May.
I think one stayed in a hotel during the season or something.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah.
So this is May, and she had a nice save to keep this game scoreless right now.
She wasn't expected to keep the ball possession. That was a really good job.
Right.
And her defense's job is to clear it, not her make a second save.
And we're 7 minutes in and no goal score, but Dutchtown's put a lot of pressure, and that's important that you don't give up that early goal, right?
Well, let's face it, for EA, let's see what happens here. That was a great touch.
Yes.
She needs support, though. Look for a Frenchie, trying to find her.
It was Lillian Moss stopping her.
That was good play by the ref. Was playing the advantage there, and you can go 4 or 5 seconds, and if she pinged it out there to her teammate, then he'd have let play on, but he saw that broke down, he called back to the foul. You get that little wiggle room. It's a good thing. Try to keep the game going.
And so they get it set up, and it's cleared. I believe that was Moss. Hookfin on the Dutchtown side fighting for it. Now you have long pass.
Look at the speed. Hannah
and race the goalie, and the goalie is able to clear it. And you see number 8 down there in the corner. That's Hickok. She sets up on that left wing.
6, I think. She's 6, Hickok.
Oh, sorry, you are correct. That's Gayho. It's hard to see those numbers from this distance.
I'm wearing my glasses, but 6 and 8, yeah.
Yes.
Hannah, she came out about 28 yards for that. That was super speedy play.
Yes.
She's probably going to have to do that a good few more times if she can time it and she knows she can get there, because you saw the speed was very dangerous.
Yes. Dutchtown with the corner kick. And opportunity right here. They've had a few, but have not capitalized.
That's a good corner.
That's a header, and it goes wide. Oh, nearly deflected an own goal. And now a shot on goal high. Way high. Almost to the flagpole.
Hope we don't have an injury there.
Let's see. We do have a player down.
I think she was the one trying to avoid getting hit when they were trying to clear the ball.
So let's take a look at the corner. There's a header.
That was a good header there, and you've got to clear that out, yeah.
Right, now nearly...
I think here was the injury.
Yeah, that was number 10, Kylie Wagenspack. And she's still down. We'll take a short break right now with the injury timeout, and you're watching the ETAL Game of the Week on REV TV.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, for their support of our sports medicine program.
And we're back, and we are 10 minutes in and no score. A couple of opportunities for Dutchtown, and a nice save earlier by the goalkeeper for East Ascension, so we remain scoreless. Let's take a look at the playoff results for these teams over the last 5 years. And as we said, the EA girls have not qualified for a couple of years, but they did make it in 17, 18, and 19. And the Dutchtown girls, of course, have been really successful. They made it to the regionals, and they made it to the quarterfinals in 18, 19. So they're just continuing their tradition.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And the regional, let's see this corner kick.
Yes. So we have another corner kick here for Dutchtown on the right side now. Setting up.
Oh, great corner.
Absolutely.
Back
and
post,
another header.
Forceful, very forceful.
Yes. Hookfin's been trying to connect with her head there and just missing. Second opportunity there for Hookfin. So now you can see, as Chris had mentioned earlier, you can see the sky in that last shot kind of clearing up. Clouds moving out very quickly. So it should.
A little windy, yeah.
Yes.
The flag's rolling there.
15,
but Dutchtown were very unfortunate last year. I think it was the 8-9 seed, and you know that's a coin toss sometimes. Saint Scholastica, who's always in the mix.
And trying to set that up, and
not sure that was on. Not sure it was on frame. I like the quick release from Hannah as well.
Yes. So yes, last year they lost to Saint Scholastica. The girls on the Dutchtown side, they've lost 5 matches this year, and I did a little research on that and talking about the teams they lost to. Their losses have come to the 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed, the 9 seed, and the 12 seed in 5A.
Right.
So they don't have a bad loss on their resume.
And usually in a season you get 1 or 2 where you're just like, it's okay to lose, but games. Let's see if that ball, will it stay in?
Will it?
Just short, only just short. But when you lose to teams that you shouldn't lose, and I was looking at a tie with Bird, that's impressive. Beating Vanderbilt, I know it's not 5A, but beat them 4-1. Beating Mandeville 2-0, and I think Mandeville, they're playing Santa Mar tonight. They're 11 seed.
Yes.
So, but traditionally Mandeville's always up there, but that just shows you Dutchtown's true standing. And shoot, even last week, Acadiana, at the end of last week, 5-0 as your little playoff warm-up. That's impressive.
Right, and so Dutchtown, nice clear. And there's Pransky trying to fight for the ball.
Right, and she's on her own for right now, and there's a reason for that, and I don't blame Coach Jen. It's just, you're just trying to contain things.
You want to keep everybody on defense right now to avoid an early goal. Oh, here we go. Here's an opportunity.
That might go in.
And it's
a
goal.
Good goal. Nice goal.
And so Dutchtown will take the lead.
Goal for the Griffins.
And so we see the setup from Hookfin. Nice pass, beautiful pass by
Couple
Hookfin.
Nice passes,
and then another pass down to number 6. And guess who that is? Riley Hickok.
I like she hits it low, so it's away from the keeper's waistline, and it's right into the bottom corner. But the whole play comes from Hookfin keeping it down below us here, not going out for a throw. And it was you looked like it was going out for a throw. That was a very opportunistic little series there.
Right.
So they've been deserving of the lead, no doubt. And what are we, 15, 16 in?
Yes, and she was able to save it, but the other nice pass and the assist from number 13, Guzinski, she also had a very nice pass.
Superb, yeah, and the weight of the ball was very nice.
And so here we go again with Hickok in center, now going left.
And Hickok, she's going to score that. She's going to make that one in,
absolutely. And they're setting up for Hookfin again, and another save. Yeah. They're just really just peppering that goal and making them fight right now.
Yeah, and for EA, you're like, okay, it's okay to go 1 down. You just want to try and hang in the best you can. And Dutchtown, they're going for it there.
Yes.
Sports term, smelling blood type deal.
Right.
So formation-wise, you're kind of looking at a 4-3-2-1. It's almost like a pyramid for EA. And because EA has a lone forward, Dutchtown can go with 2 or 3 defenders instead of having 4 defenders. So that gets them maybe a numerical advantage in the middle. They may be 5 against 4 in the middle there, and that helps. And that's obviously where the creating the goals will come.
So they're setting up, and 15 minutes in, and this is Moss.
She might have a shot here.
Possibly. It looks good, and shot right into the arms of May. Good save.
And I can tell EA's confident with May because, you know, when there's the shot there, they're expecting her to catch it. I'd like them to follow up a little bit and assume she does miss or something like that to help her out, but she has very solid hands.
So Colette Smith will throw it in. Senior. There she is. Try to center.
There's 3 seniors starting right now.
Right.
No, 5, beg your pardon, 5 and 3 for EA.
So you see Hickok down there on the far left trying to set up. They go center instead.
See, they're kind of outnumbered here at the top of the box.
Gozinski to Hookfin. She might have a chance here, and there's a shot between 2 defenders, but saved.
So that's that area, the top of the penalty box, like 20 yards out. Dutchtown's really on top there.
Right. So you just got to weather the storm right now.
That, if for EA's deal, yeah, if you're down a goal, it's like, okay, you're still alive, you know, but if they get 2 or 3 more before the half, then that's going to get really tricky. And then you've obviously got to try and go for it yourself at some point.
Yes, and
but it's early doors, yeah.
And they won the early game, the game earlier this season. That was about 2.5 weeks ago. They lost. They won 5-0 over the EA girls. So they have to have some confidence out here tonight.
Of course, and they're at home, and it's a playoff game. It would be a disaster for them ending their season right now.
And I have seen Dutchtown play a few games this season against a couple of teams when they are in this situation, and you're talking about they're smelling blood, and they can get 3-4 goals just like that. And EA's doing a good job on defense trying to avoid that onslaught right now.
Right, they're trying. I was worried for EA, like with a minute after the goal. I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to get the second one here. Look, here's a good chance.
Yes.
I got caught under her feet.
Golzinski will go left. Hickok in the corner.
Good.
And they're trying to get to Hookfin, but blocked.
Need a big clearance there. Give him a little breather.
Not quite that time. I believe that's Golzinski again. Now they go back to Hookfin.
That's a good play.
Golzinski still has it, but it's clear, but not quite. They'll keep it.
She's confident to make those runs, though. She is. Oh, good shot.
And a long shot right into the arms.
See the play there? If that bobbles out of Hannah, that's going to be an easy goal there.
Right.
We need an EA defender to follow that up there. Hey, that says a lot about Hannah, how good she is, but got to help her out there.
And so that was Bonadonna with the attempt. And now here's an opportunity for East Ascension trying to get to that corner and knocked out of bounds, and it will be a throw in from.
Is it Jimison?
Yes.
Leah Jimison. Yeah, she's speedy little thing.
EA will throw it in. So Jimison will set up in that left corner, and you see 4-5. It's basically 5-on-5.
Right.
No, 5-on. Okay, now there's seven defenders down.
If they could get the ball to the top of the box, there's an EA girl unmarked. Little gap there, but it's hard to get it over from there from a throw. Especially a girl's throw, I have to say.
Yes.
You see Sanamar boys, they can throw it into the goal. Jeez.
Right. We saw that in a Dutchtown Sanamar game on the Dutchtown side.
It's unbelievable. It's
yes.
unbelievable.
And there's a good job by 25, Ava Lambert. But Dutchtown will take it. This is Moss again. 1-0, Dutchtown, EA, round 1 of the girls' playoffs in soccer. The 5 seed, the favorite with the lead. Jeff Porsche and Chris Goodall with you. And it's been mostly Dutchtown here, but EA's doing a good job hanging on right now and just giving up the 1 goal from you-know-who.
And I didn't see Prensky go out. Is that Prensky about to sub back in?
I believe so.
Yeah, so Jimison. I don't know if Jimison came off there. I didn't catch her if she was in at the start. No, she's just coming back in there. But you can see Jimison dropping back there, so she was taking a run at the top. Taking a turn at the top there. And that's a good thing to do.
Leah Prensky in for EA.
When you're on your own, you're working hard.
Right.
It's tough.
Quick announcement for you all. The pizza has arrived.
So
concession table now has pizza available.
Hookfin blocked, and they'll go for the throw in.
Hookfin's dangerous. She's very good with her back to goal as well.
Yes. So throw in coming.
Her ponytail's covering her number. I can't see.
It's tough to see sometimes.
First of all, I thought, wait, did she even have a number?
That was Haley Richardson who threw it in, number 1.
Good throw. Good solid throw. Yeah, it's Haley.
And so let's see what we have here.
Wait. What number was it for the throw?
It was number 1. There. Number 1 is Haley Richardson. She's a sophomore.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
They have the black uniforms have different numbers.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yes. We got an updated lineup from Coach Moss, and we're very thankful for that.
It helps.
So Golzinski will get...
So what are we? We're about 21 yards out here. She's going to go for goal right here. She's looking for that...
I think so.
Top left, I would imagine. She's going to hit it with her right foot. And you don't have to hit it hard. Ooh.
And she's going low left, and it's still a live ball, and it's cleared.
That was good clearance. That wasn't a bad... I think she wanted a bit more height on it.
Yes.
Almost like that, even for girls, they would rather have the ball back a little further so you can crank it a little bit more.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like it's almost like a chip shot.
Right. So you were looking top left, she went bottom left, but
and
good
it's
attempt.
Almost scored.
Yep. So here we go as Moss will center it.
Yeah, that was a nice center from Moss.
And now they'll go left and inside. Now back out and we'll fight for the ball. And there we see number 4 with it. That's Bonadonna. And now they'll set up again.
Freshman.
Lots of freshmen, and you see that a lot in the girls' soccer, as you were talking about.
Boys, it's really hard to do.
Exactly.
Really hard to do.
The girls kind of, they don't grow a lot after their freshman year.
Usually 8th grade, the girls are taller than the boys, so they can handle it. Where boys look different.
There are so many boys that I've seen from freshman year to senior year, and they grow like a foot.
And you're like, I don't even recognize them.
And the girls are they're pretty similar once all 4 years in high school.
Very much so.
And there's Moss, center to Hookfin, and header to the left, and fight for the ball. And
I like that. Good play, both.
A little struggle there, and Moss comes up with it, but still a fight. Here, and you have 3 EA defenders. Jemerson can't clear it though.
Moss got it. Oh, nice cut. Probably gonna shoot.
And they try to get to Hookfin, but good job in a corner kick, but a good save. I believe that's 21. That's Pransky for East Ascension. Yes.
The weight of Dutchtown's passes are really nice. They're hot. We had one over here in our corner, which they overhit, but the weight of the ball, the pass is a really good job, and they're not afraid to reload, as in send it backwards to reload and switch the sides. They're doing a good job with that. And as the game goes on, that tires you out when you're chasing.
Right. So we're setting up for the corner kick, and this is Hickok.
This looks like a little play they got. Look, they're all at the top of the box, and they're going to run in. They've probably done a signal for a certain play.
And there it is, high. An attempt at a header, not successful. Now a shot on goal, wide left.
If that was boys, that would have hit the top of the field goals.
Yes.
That was well kept down.
So that was 16. Colette
It's another
Smith.
corner. It must have clipped off. Is it another one? Yep.
It must have hit a EA defender.
So this play here with Dutchtown, they're the top of the box. You're running into a ball that's curving in towards the goal, and if you're an EA defender, you don't know where they're going. So that makes it you don't know, where's your zone, where's your area. Oh, they're doing a short one, little trickery. Probably going to send it. Oh,
now
that's on frame.
Yes. And an attempt high.
There were 3 Dutchtown girls there. EA, you've got to have bodies flying. You've got to have bodies flying. You might have to take a ball to the face.
They played good defense, and that's why we have the 1-0 game right now.
Right.
And but the goalie has done an outstanding job. As you see the replay, and that was Hines who missed high.
We will say the goalkeeper is meant to make the first save. If there's another one, the defender's got to help out with that. Any goalkeeper.
Blocked by Dutchtown. Still trying to clear it, and they just can't get it out of their end.
It's stuck in there. Looks like ball's coming out to our side.
And so now they go right side to Cangelosi. And it'll go out.
Goal kick,
so goal kick for East Ascension. We covered East Ascension in the game against Santa Monica, and they lost 7-0.
Right.
And that was a lot different from this. East Ascension had the ball mostly played on their end, but they got down 3-4-0 very early, and then it was over. And right now, they've only given up 1 goal, and it's so they're
weird.
in good shape.
And then Dutchtown mercy ruled Santa Monica. It's been a very bizarre. And look, COVID. I know people have been out. You know, that's a tough. That's a game changer.
Exactly.
You miss 3 of your main cogs. That's tough.
Dutchtown's been very fortunate with the COVID situation, but I know a lot of the other teams have not.
Good turn. Nice turn.
Yeah, so Pransky got it blocked by Moss. Cangelosi with it now.
Let's see if they're looking to go to the... No, they're keeping it this side. See some nice triangulated plays here.
Yeah, they try to get it down, and Hookfin's going to race for it. She does get to it.
She's going to get that, definitely.
So will she center it? Oh, nice footwork.
Corner. Yep.
And so we'll have a corner kick.
I think one of these corner kicks are going in soon.
At some point, there's just so many of them that one of them would
look,
likely.
Dutchtown, look, they're making an emphasis on it. Look, they're keeping 1 defender back.
Yes.
And so I presume it's Jimison staying up there as well. So they're really putting a lot of stock in this.
Right.
And seeing their headers, they're pretty solid at them as well.
And so Hickok with the corner kick.
That's a good one, back post.
And that was Hookfin, and a bounce high and a save.
That was a really good corner to the back post, and the header down is a good thing to do. That's hard for the goalkeeper.
So try to get it to midfield, and they do. And Pransky has a chance, and Jimerson's down there as well. It's a 2-on-3 right now.
She needs it
Jimerson
back.
And nobody on the right side, and Cangelosi will get it out. But a nice block. Cangelosi still has it. And so now on the right side, this is Shero.
Yeah. Oh, well kept in. Be careful though. And you got the throw.
And now the throw in for East Ascension. You can hear.
I think that was Ava Lambert. That was a very solid play. I coached her sister, who ended up going to Tulane. So there's some brains in the family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But that was a nice play there.
Header from Cangelosi gets it down to Shero.
Got to clear that out. Danger area.
And so gets past everybody.
It's funny, isn't it? Hanging in after that first goal, it looked like the second was coming. EA's done a very stout job here. They've hung in there, they've weathered the storm, and they've had a couple of offensive pushes.
So I ask you a question here, because you can hear it in the headphones that we're listening to for the action, and you can hear the wind whipping a lot. And could that have affected Dutchtown's performance so far?
Oh, no question. Especially, I think even like that. I know the free kick when she just kind of hit it low, because again, these girls, they're so strong, they can easily send it over the top. And you see that flag.
Yes.
See this cross right here. I think it's another corner. You see that flag waving there. So yeah, sometimes the wind can really mess you up there. You tend to want to underhit things so you're not sending out. And a turf field, the ball's going to roll away pretty easy as well.
Yes.
The grass, it kind of gets a hold of it a little more.
And so another corner from Hickok.
And we've got a few in the box and then 3 out. Let's see what they're doing. These deliveries are superb.
And a nice save. And so now they try to center it to Hookfin. Header wide.
That would have been really nice. Still in play though.
And Shero cannot save it.
Good idea. Really good idea.
So we're 29 minutes in. It's 1-0. It's been a good game. A lot of action on the Dutchtown side. Not a lot of offense on East Ascension, trying to weather the storm. But EA's keeping it close.
Yep, they are. They're doing a good job.
And you don't see a lot of upsets in girls soccer in that first round. Teams in the 20s usually don't beat those teams. But EA is hanging in there, and they've had a great performance so far.
It's unheard of, you know, when like Edie White football, when they were number 1 and lost to 32. That doesn't happen in soccer. It doesn't. 8 against 9, 17 against 14, that type of thing. That can happen. But first rounds, they usually don't. When you get to 16, 17, you know. 18, 15, of course.
Hines can't get to it, and
on my last
EA will throw it in again.
Audrey Galindo.
So 30 minutes in, just about. Still 1-0.
And Haley Twiner.
But Dutchtown still continues to put the pressure on.
Okay,
so they're going to go
a lot of open here, yeah.
Right side to Cangelosi.
Let's look at that triangle right there. Give
Nice
it a go.
job.
And probably
Absolutely.
the top.
Now
she
you got the
could
shot
shoot.
centered and right
Ooh.
into the hands of Moss.
I think EA was a little fortunate, went right to her there. Let's see, get a good punt from Miss May here.
So you see a replay of the shot there. Good job by May getting her hands on it. And now Dutchtown will set up again. Put the pressure on. Bonadonna left. Stay left.
Good touch, good turn. Give and go.
Yeah, nice give and go. And knocked away, and EA has it, but stolen. And Cheryl misses.
Not sure who that came off of.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough
goal
decision.
kick. Goal
They're
kick.
going to go with a goal kick, absolutely.
So here's a tricky one as well, and it's not freezing cold, but the Dutchtown goalkeeper, if this was my keeper, I'm not telling Jared, but like it's like I'd get her moving, doing some little sprints sometimes.
Yeah.
Because if she has something to do, she's literally going to be cold. Now that takes EA to do that there, because I don't think they've had a back pass to her for a little redistribution.
Yes.
So the warm up was quite some time ago, and it's not a cold night. I think we're like 59, 60 degrees, but. She needs to keep on her toes there, and that's where you sometimes see a goalkeeper mistake. Hannah, oh, she's warmed up. The hands are warm. The hands are red.
Absolutely. And one thing that we can talk about there too, you talk about a cold goalie. She's really cold because she's a freshman and she hasn't played all season.
Yeah,
not a lot.
Right.
She's played some.
I'm sure she's done a lot of JV games, and I would imagine with coach being coach, he's definitely given her minutes throughout the season, but it was a little tricky as a freshman. That's a nervous thing. And goalkeeper, that's tough.
And so now,
that was well played.
Trying to center, knocked away. Now Shero.
A lot of EA bodies in the box. It's going to be hard.
Block.
It's going to be hard for Dutchtown. It looks like, of course, I'm going to say it, and then it's going to be wrong. But if Dutchtown's going to score here before the half, I think it's going to be on a restart, like a corner or a free kick, because EA, they're handling it defensively.
Trying to get it, and there's a header from Hookfin. I was about to say they're trying to get it to Hookfin, and it's cleared, but it'll be a throw in from the Griffins again, and Gaho will do the honors. Trying again to get it to Hookfin. Header, centered, and a shot, no, cleared. Not for long, though. And Dutchtown right back at it. And it get it to Hookfin center.
Touch, and a turn.
Oh, and it's a goal off the crossbar.
Yep.
Goal for Dutchtown.
And that's Hookfin, and that was you were talking about the footwork. That was some incredible footwork right there.
And she gave herself space here to turn and then ping it there.
Right.
And the shot, that's the sort of thing she does at practice. It's giving yourself that couple of yards to give yourself that time to get the shot off there. And that was nice. She did it very quickly.
Yes, that was very beautiful.
It clipped the top of the bar, the underside of the bar as well. So
yes, perfectly placed. Nothing that the goalie can do,
right?
Unless you're 7 feet tall.
Yeah, and the girls' game, it's tough. The goalkeeper for the height, there's that little advantage or disadvantage, should I say?
So East Ascension held it to 1 as long as they could
for 20 minutes, I believe. Yeah, it was 26.
I believe so. And almost an opportunity for the Lady Spartans, but it's cleared. Jimerson can't get to it. Now East Ascension trying to put a little pressure
that was a solid
on the
ball
Lady
from
Griffins.
Lambert there.
That's Pransky, who's trying to do something. Not a lot of offensive players along for the ride.
And they can get to 6 minutes, and they can get to half and talk about that and see some different looks.
Yes.
Now the game changer if they score a third before the half.
Right.
Oh, well
and
done.
It's a nice, nice block.
Lambert again. They need a lot of that. They need a lot of that.
So, why don't you tell us what's the difference between a 2-0 lead and a 3-0 lead in a soccer match?
I don't think I've ever lost being up by 3-0. I've lost some 2-0s.
Yes.
We talk. Is that? Oh, it's corner. It's a corner. It must have clipped off of her thigh. when you're 1-0, it's like you're just playing a normal game. And they say even at the pro level, 2-0 is the worst lead. Because, and not if you're going to win 10-0 or something, but if you're 2-0, you get a little complacent. If the other team's had some looks, and it's 2-1, there's a very good chance it's going to go 2-2.
Yes.
You know, so Dutchtown, absolutely. When you get the third, if they get the third here, it's like, oh, that might be it.
And center, and nobody home.
Oh, it's bouncing. My goodness.
And so, not the most, not the cleanest corner. But there's still an opportunity and a shot on goal.
Great.
Oh, what a save! But it's still alive, and it's off the post, and a save by May.
Yeah, that's something. Can we see that again?
Are we able to see that on the replay? Yes. Let's look at that.
That's a great
shot from Hickok, and it's saved, but
there.
And you had I believe that was Hookfin had hit it off the bottom of the crossbar, and then it went to May. I believe that's what it looked like.
But that's the play there where Hannah makes the save. The defense have got to help her out there.
Right. So
that was a really good initial shot as well.
They probably heard you up here in the booth. You got to, at all costs, avoid 3-0 right now.
And there's time for that. That's a good cutback.
Oh, Pransky can't get it. Make it. Cheryl can't get it. Excuse me.
Is it offside? Yeah, it was offside.
Oh, okay.
Referee's done a very solid job, the referee crew, because they haven't had anything, any major plays to do. There's been no cards. They've let the subs go in very well. The referee crew, when they go unnoticed almost,
yes,
that's what you want.
Exactly. And
they're blending into the turf as well. Look at this with this green.
Nice colors.
Yeah.
So we're over 36 minutes in, still 2-0. Yeah.
I don't see them adding a huge amount of time.
No. You did have that one extended injury, but that was about a minute. That was about a minute.
And the 2 goals, you sometimes add like 30 seconds for that, but that's really it.
Yeah. And so if you haven't watched any soccer on the high school level, when it gets to 2 minutes, the clock is going to stop and they're going to keep time on the field. So that is not going to be an error that you see when you look at the scoreboard.
They call it injury time.
Yes. So 0 does not mean 0 in soccer, and actually in most soccer they go forward instead of backwards.
Yeah, they do.
But you're using football clocks, so you have to.
Right. You can switch. College they go with the counter, like it counts down like 10 seconds and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, pro level you can add like 7 minutes, and the ref will indicate that. Sometimes these refs they'll put up their hand and say we're going 4 more minutes, but. Yeah, the clock is there just to, for the crowd and everybody.
Yes.
The referee keeps the time.
We've started to get a pretty big crowd out here. It was
not
pretty
bad.
empty at the beginning with the rain.
It's pretty solid.
But East Ascension brought a pretty big crew out here, and that's good to see out here.
And you got a double header. You got the boys playing next. Well, that's a good ball. She's got a lot of time.
A lot of green in front of her, and a shot on goal saved. So. Attempt there from Moss and a save. So now you see clock stopped at 1:56. Yep. They'll keep it on the field. So we're probably about 2.5, 3 minutes away from.
I would think about 3 minutes. Yeah.
And so East Ascension with an opportunity. Now it's a trip from behind, no whistle, and there's a whistle.
It's one of our first few fouls really we've had. Got the crowd excited.
So no card.
No.
Not for that.
No.
So Dutchtown trying to get it to 3.
I keep thinking that's a long jump pit over there, but it's the Ascension logo.
Right.
I thought it was a long
It looks
jump
like
pit.
a long jump pit from a distance.
I was like, oh my god, did they not cover that up? Oh, there's the long jump pit. All right, over
there it is.
Well,
exactly.
We have another corner, is it? Okay. Let's see what happens here.
So let's see, in the far corner, we're going to see Lillian Moss with the honors on the left side.
She's had some good deliveries so far this game.
And now
solid ball. More to the top of the box.
And a header still in the danger zone. There's probably about a minute and a half left of first half action.
Well, that's a good run. Oh,
Cheryl
nice
centers,
cutback.
nobody home.
This could still be it. That was a really good cutback.
Yes.
Sometimes, the girls, if they do it to the goalkeeper, that just kills everything. But she cut it back behind her. That's a really good play.
Right.
Sometimes they get to the end line and we say cut it back to the penalty spot. That's a good one because your defenders are going towards the goal.
Yes. So Moss will give you one more opportunity. This may be the last opportunity.
This might be close to the end here.
So
it's closer.
And I believe it was knocked away, but it's hit twice by May, the goalie, I believe, and so she does a good job with the save. She had the initial save, and then there's a shot blocked.
There's a nice block. I know she meant it as a nice block.
Little collision, no whistle. And so Dutchtown with one more final opportunity maybe, and it's clear, and Hookfin still has a chance.
She's chasing it. BH needs to clear it out there.
And this...
Oh, that's a good ball under pressure. Well done.
This is so close to the end of the first half. Let's see what happens. That was Gaho. And a shot. Hookfin can't get it. This may be it right here.
Nope.
Smith will out of bounds. So EA will have the ball. Still no whistle.
Oh, watch out. No true ball. Get the ball off.
Waiting for that double whistle. A little more extra time than I may have thought. They see what they can do with this right here. And trying to clear it. They can't. Pransky has it. What can she do with it? So they try the right side, and it's knocked away by Johnson. And can she save it in? Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, oh, nearly an opportunity there.
That would have been interesting.
Yes, it would have. That was Pransky down low, I believe. And now the Lady Griffins with it again, and that's
that was a good idea.
Richardson.
There. That was a good idea, sending it down the line there.
Have a lot more, lot more extra time. We're probably about 3 minutes into extra time at this point. So we're getting to the half of this game, and we'll have the second half after this. There is a doubleheader tonight. We are only covering live the girls game, but Dutchtown against Central Lafourche, that's another district game. That'll be the boys game.
It is, yeah, another district playoff game.
And so just waiting for the half. That I see the ref in midfield looking at the clock.
Yeah, he was looking there. I don't think the whistle's in the mouth yet. It might be after this series. We'll see.
That was a surprisingly high amount of time, though.
That's
and
it.
there it
That's
is.
It. All right.
So we're at halftime, and our score, Dutchtown 2, EA 0. And so we will take a break, and we'll come back. We'll talk about what we've seen, and we'll talk about some other things.
Ascension 0.
You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week on REV TV.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Our score, Dutchtown 2, East Ascension 0 at the half. Jeff Porsche, Chris Goodall out here with the action, and we're at the half, and so what we'd like to do at the halftime when we get to the end of the seasons is talk about the senior players and honor them. So we're going to talk about the Dutchtown girls first, since it's a home game for them and they have the lead, and I love this shot. I want to know what they're looking at, but that's okay.
Into the future.
Yes, looking into maybe a chance to go to the semis or the finals.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
In the front, you got Jada Johnson, Emma Lambert, Vivian Moody, Ariana Walters, and Riley Gaho. And then in the back, you got Colette Smith, Adrian Nance, Riley Cangelosi, Leighton Flanagan, and Maya Tilley. And I've had the honor of teaching a lot of those girls, and they're just some great kids. And they're looking into their future, but they better finish it out tonight because EA is trying to give them a fight out here. And so let's look at the East Ascension girls and their photo right there.
Sure. We have left to right Tamia Powers, Reagan Malarson, Jenny Mendez, Aaliyah Jimison, Maya Buris, and Shayla Sanchez.
So a bunch of great kids out there as well.
All of them. When you're a senior, the GPA is ridiculous, and they're team leaders, and it's about on a wet Tuesday night and like getting the girls organized. And I always used to lean hard on the seniors, and they lead by examples. We make them be the big sister to a freshman, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's important.
Absolutely. And we were able to cover the senior night for the girls, and it was a very nice ceremony.
They deserve it.
And so when we look at the final standings, this is what we were talking about. East Ascension is really proud of this because they finished second in this district after having a bad loss against Santa, came back and won their games and finished 3-2, and they are the runners-up because they beat Live Oak head-to-head. You see that down at the bottom.
Right. Because so if you're EA, you're like, oh god, we lost to Dutchtown, we lost to Santa, which is bad, but it was by a couple of goals there. But that was their only 2 losses.
Right.
So, and I told you that I think it was the Walker and was it the Denham Springs? They were both 1-goal events. I've got it here. I want to make sure I get that right. Yeah, Walker was 3-2, and Denham Springs was 1-0. Live Oak 4-1, and that was the big decider there, because you got LHSA, they go head to head if you're tied in district there. So that's a big deal for them. And again, when all 6 teams in district make playoffs, that's a really big deal. Dutchtown, obviously, no doubt Dutchtown's the class, being the number 5 there.
Right.
But for your 5th and 6th one to get in there, that's impressive.
Outside of the Catholic League and the North Shore League, this is one of the best districts in girls soccer. For sure.
Sure, it is. Yeah, North Shore, no doubt. And obviously Catholic League, yep.
And so we talk about those seeds, and look at that. Look at Dominican, Catholic League, St. Joe's. Yep. That's a Catholic school, and here in Baton Rouge. And then you have North Shore. Captain Shreve, they've had a really nice season too. Dutchtown, Santa Monica, East Ascension, you see where they're all ranked.
Right.
And so
Dominican, they don't deserve number 1. They don't have a mascot, so that shouldn't count. And look, credit to North Shore. Hey, they were that's been the first public school in a while to win 5A state. Yes. Dominican, they do have a person on the Supreme Court, so I guess we've got to give them that.
Exactly.
But yeah, Captain Shreve, they go up and down. They're usually top 15 or so. And Dutchtown 5, that's really solid. And Jeff, you said it. Their losses, there was no bad losses there. They were like, that's a good game there.
And so then you talk about the seeds, and as you said, you got Live Oak, Santa Monica, Walker, Denham also, I believe, is in the mix as well. So that's a.
And again, it goes back to that EA game with Live Oak, because Live Oak through the season they're hosting a game, 16 seed hosting 17,
and they won it easily.
And maybe it was a COVID thing. I am not taking it away at all from EA, but that's an impressive deal. Let's see, who do they have? They're hosting Harnville, and the winner gets the no mascot. Likely get to play the no mascot Dominican.
Well, you may not think that, but when we had Coach Moss on here, and as you see the matchups, when Coach Moss was here, and he helped us out with the EA Santa Maria girls game, and Coach Schwack asked him point blank, who's the best team in the state, and he said, oh, no doubt Dominican, and they got the one. Yep.
And their nemesis always is Mount Carmel. Right. Where is Mount Carmel? Probably
number 9.
Number 9. That's their loader, and they beat them 3-0 the other day. So Dominican haven't lost. I tell you what, though, from what I've been reading, St. Joseph's right down at the bottom, and they lost on that last week over at St. Thomas More, who's 4A. They lost 2-1. It was the last minute, so they're a worthy 2 as well. So it looks like there's a good chance of 1 against 2. But I tell you what, Dutchtown, that 5 seed, and if they have to go to Captain Shreve,
that's a long trip.
That can be a fun trip.
Yes.
My last win ever was at West Monroe, and oh my God, we had fun on that trip. Sometimes a good road trip, the girls are happy because they get out of school. But that could be a fun thing as well.
It might be a tough one next week if they win here. I mean, it's no given that they're going to win here, but I believe Fountain Blue beat them in the regular season, so that 12-5 is not a gimme.
Did
if
they
that
beat them in regular season? They did. I think that's good ammunition for Dutchtown right there. They'll want revenge on that, and they'll get to host them as well. Unless Acadiana happened to win that one, but Dutchtown will get to host there.
Right.
So Fountain Blue, and they've won state a few times. About 10-12 years ago, they would put a couple back to back. Beat Santa Maria girls in a semi-final, 3-2.
Right. Next week, we are hoping to get a quarterfinal game at home, but it's going to be tough because with the 5 seeds, with Dutchtown and Santa Maria boys being a 5 seed, they would have to go to the 4. So we need some upsets here or there. Dutchtown's boys are you see the boys district stuff, and Dutchtown's boys might be the best chance because they're 10, and they would have to play. If they could beat Brother Martin as a 7, if the bracket holds, then they may be able to get a home game next Tuesday.
They would most likely be home because Brother Martin would host that one. I tell you, there's a heck of a game. Santa Maria potential to play at to host Denham Springs.
Yes, that would be fun.
The region around Denham Springs has one of the best players in the state. Axel, I don't remember his name. He's superb.
Yes.
And let's see, and EA, where is it? They're playing tomorrow, I believe. I can't find them.
Yeah.
Where is
it? East Ascension's the 30. They're going to St. Paul's.
St. Paul, that's a tough one.
St. Paul's won so many states.
Of course they have. Yeah. They're like Brother Martin wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah. So hey, they're glad to be in it, and the EA boys they turned it around well at the end of the season, and they gave Dutchtown and Santa Maria really good games. They did.
Absolutely.
Santa Maria was 1-1, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, and Santa Maria had that. They were unbeaten all season, and they lost their final game.
I think that's a good thing. It was to Vanderbilt. Didn't really affect their positioning. When you go undefeated, that's a tough one. Yep. So, hey, full credit to the parish, man. There's a lot of good soccer being played here.
Absolutely. We have to take a break so we can get ready for the second half as the boys are warming up on the field right now. So we'll take a break right now. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week on REV TV.
Daily routines change, but the land stays the same. There's ground to cover, a herd to feed, and you still have to make it back in time to get a clean start on tomorrow. So run with us on a John Deere Gator, because being linked to the land means the work never stops. Nothing runs like a deer.
At Ascension Equipment, save more today and mow tomorrow.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
And we're back as we get ready for the second half. 2-0 our score. Dutchtown leads East Ascension. The goals come from Riley Hickok and Kerrigan Hookfin. And even though they've scored 2 goals here, Chris, the goalie for East Ascension has done a really good job, Hannah May.
Hannah May, yeah. Usually a winning team, they get the MVP, the player of the game. It's no award, but you kind of pick that. But I think Hannah's been the best player on the field there. Some of Dutchtown's passing, distribution, just been superb.
Right.
I've really enjoyed watching Moss, some of her deliveries. But Hannah's the reason the score is only this score right here, so she's a big factor, and she has to do that. That's what they need her to do, and she's probably been doing all season. But she's gonna need some help there to keep it.
Great shot right there of her in goal.
Yeah.
So she's ready. Yep. And
look at the scoreboard, 2 and then blank.
Yeah.
History.
Maybe that's a little
is that a
little shot, a little home
maybe.
cooking shot at the opponent right there. Because this is a fun, friendly rivalry.
In football, don't they do 0-0 or something like that? Yeah.
Maybe little fun rivalry that you have here, and so many people have been on both sides of this, and like you've coached both sides with the girls in club ball. Coach Moss has coached both sides as well, and so can he coach? This is his first year as they set up, as we have the center pass and a shot on goal right to me. So, and so this is his first year, but you go back a long way with the Dutchtown coaches
Absolutely.
In the past. So.
Yeah. Coach Villas, he we say the word legend sometimes a bit too often, but for Ascension, he was there when Ascension soccer was in its formative years. He was the EA coach, I think, on their 3rd year, and then he moved over to Dutchtown when it opened up, and I was fortunate enough to get the EA job. And Coach Anart I remember when Dutchtown first opened, and they were a 4A school, and when a school opens, you really don't have any seniors or anything like that. And he just rolled from the very beginning. He was very dedicated.
Right.
Went to a lot of the girls around the year, club games, and definitely a mentor for me as well. He's a good fella. He really is.
And it's a reason. One of the reasons why Coach Moss is so successful is because he didn't exactly inherit a bad team, and that has to do with the tradition over here.
Absolutely, yeah. He's not on a rebuild or anything like that. So and Coach Jarrett's a very good hire for that. I know his daughter plays, but he's obviously going to try to continue, because when you look at all the 6 parish schools. I think you're right up there for Dutchtown girls, having some of the deepest traditions for playoff runs and that. We haven't had a finalist.
Yeah.
But I think.
Is it possible? I mean, on one of the sides, Santa Ma boys, Dutchtown girls.
Well, I'm going to take that back, because my godchild's father is going to be furious at me. EA boys made 2 finals.
And
cut across.
As the goalie went out to get the ball and left it wide open.
Right. They made 2 finals back in the day in 4A days.
Right.
EA girls have hit 2 semis. Sanamar boys have hit semis 2. Sanamar girls, I think, at least 1. And Dutchtown, between the 2 of them, they may have hit 3 or 4 at least. Larry Chambliss was here for a really, really long time. And also what we're saying for Jared has happened with Marcus Dyer, who's done a really good job taking over. And, Larry really put them on the map there. They had they made some deep runs, making some Catholic schools very upset to play them during like Mardi Gras parade times, and all that.
Yes.
So hitting the semi-finals and quarter-finals. So yeah, we haven't won one yet, and it's hard for the publics, but it's possible. It's possible.
Right.
And I would say of recent years, probably the Sanamar boys with Coach Garcia, the job he's done there. They've been really solid.
Right.
If they're losing to St. Paul's, it's by a 2-1 game or something. It's close.
Exactly. It's no disgrace over here.
No.
It's just you'd like to see one team break through
You'd
at some
love
point.
it.
But the performances by the teams in Ascension Parish have been outstanding considering their competition. As you have a chance here, and a shot on goal from Hickok wide off the post.
Off the post.
Off the post. Another chance, and it's in.
It's in. She followed it up well there.
So Hickok with the rebound.
3.5 minutes into the half. Yep.
And there's the 3-0 that you talked about.
And
look at that,
nice
right
shot,
off
though.
the post.
Yep.
Got her own rebound and
found it
off the left foot.
And I think Hannah May was a little unsighted on that one. That was a tough one there. But yeah, the way she hit the first shot away from the keeper, low, that was good enough, and just happened to come out off the post. So after your halftime team talks,
right,
that can be a little bit of a difference right there. If what you were planning for. So.
And again, it's just so many opportunities, and May it's given up 3 goals, but it could be easily 6-7-0 if you take advantage of the opportunities. And for example, that goal from Hookvin, there was nothing she could do about that one.
No, not at all. And it was low, it was down on her, and I think she was unsighted as well. So that's a tough one.
Yes, she's done an outstanding job keeping this game close.
She has, absolutely.
And so now another opportunity for the Lady Griffins as Hookvin centers.
Hookvin, nice looking for the give and go back. She gets it back.
Good job.
Laying off there. I think it just kind of turned.
Yes,
I think she turned on her heel right before that shot there.
Right, goal kick coming. So we are 5 minutes in and 3-0. As Chris Goodall mentioned, 3-0 is a tough one to
absorb.
Tough
to come back. Yes, that's a tougher one there. And they've certainly the majority of play, the possession they've had. It would take something a little special here. But if I'm the EA, if I'm the coach, you try to break it down into 10-minute segments. Let's see what happens here.
This is Hickok trying to get the hat trick.
Right. Yeah, that would be going for a hat trick. And you just got to break it down in 10-minute segments. Okay, can we calm it down? And your goal should be, can we get 1 back? Can we try to get 1 and then see what happens? We were playing a game. Let's just see what happens here. Oh, that's a nice ball.
Yes.
That's not going out of bounds.
And
good
center,
cutback.
nice
Excellent
block.
defending. Excellent defending. She needs to turn spin on this.
Yeah, and I was about to.
There we go.
You're talking about the 10-minute segments, and I was about to ask you, at what point does EA become more aggressive and take a chance here?
I would from now, after the 3-0.
Yes.
So we were playing, oh my gosh, I need to remember, I think it was Barb. This is years ago, and we were losing 5-0.
Yes.
And there was 12 minutes to go. And we just felt we're a little better than that. I thought we're probably going to lose by 2. You don't say that. So we get 1 back with 12 minutes to go. It's like, okay. And then straight away from the kickoff, we get a second 1 back. And we're like, holy cow. Okay. And we're yelling at the girls, pumping them up. And their girls starting to argue. What the heck's going on like that? We get a 3rd back. And then there's about 4.5 minutes left. And we're screaming, it's possible, it's possible. 2 minutes to go, we get a penalty kick and we miss it.
Oh, no.
And I'm telling you, even if there's a minute or so left, if it's 5-4, you're probably, because the girls are coming unglued.
Right.
So you've really got a chance. So it's not over there. But we were hanging in. I think we hit the post a couple of times, things like that.
Right.
But that doesn't happen often. When you're 5 down, it's hard to come back.
But that's
35-0 in football. So,
exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. And a 5-5-0 is not the same as in baseball where you can get a hot inning or a grand slam or something like that.
Hot inning, you could be up 7-5, yeah.
And so, so it's a lot. This is a tough hill they're going to have to climb.
It is. It's a really tough one there.
But as you said, it's not impossible. But as you have an opportunity here. Oh, nice footwork.
A great play.
That was 31 for the Lady Griffins.
Tiley?
Maya Tilly, yes.
Tiley is a very nice play. Oh, if that stays in, that's impressive.
Yes, and it
just went out.
Yes.
Good first touch. And the wind, the wind's completely calmed down. The flag is still
right. Yeah, the flag is just completely down at this point. So I don't know if people at home can hear it in their computer speakers or anything like that, but when we were covering the first half, it was hard because the wind was just coming into your
it was a little shaky.
Into your headphones big time.
It was a little shaky out there.
So Lady Griffins, as Tilly is blocked, and now here's a chance. It's going to be a race, and a goalie will save it to midfield.
It wasn't going to get back into the box where she could pick it up. That was a very good choice.
So Meisner gets into the action a little bit. You talk about her being cold out there.
That was a very good choice.
This is Hickok.
She made the right decision.
Hookfin.
Looks like it's staying in.
Back to Hickok.
Oh, good ball again.
Yes. And Hookfin over.
Oh, gosh, that was misdirected, yeah.
Center again.
Girl at the back,
far side.
For it. Is it corner? Yep, corner kick.
So corner kick, and so
we'll see how they set up here.
Generally, we see from that side, you would expect to see Hickok, and that's what we're going to get right there.
Because where she stands, we'll be able to see which direction it's going to kick in.
Generally, it's been Hickok on that side, and on the other side, I believe Moss has been handling the duties.
She's going to do left foot to go in towards the goal.
Yes.
That's a quality corner.
And Hookman can't get the header, but a chance knocked away.
And every time that ball's bouncing in the box, that's a really good chance for the offense.
Right.
Defense, you're gonna clear it away for a throw in if you have to.
Opportunity for Jada Johnson, but she could not get there.
Right. If it bounces there, that's trouble. Yeah, they're set pieces, they're restarts, they're very solid.
And cleared. Oh, that's a strong clear.
Yep.
In the earlier game, it was 5-0, the final score.
Yep.
And the goals, you had 2 from Hickok, which you have here tonight.
Sure.
Hookfin has 1, so that's the same. But then you had the other goals that came from Emma Lambert.
Yep.
And Tristan Gazinski. The assist came from Lillian Moss. She had a couple, Riley Hickok and Chloe Sherrow. And it's kind of similar tonight.
It is. It's very similar there.
You had, I believe Gazinski had an assist, and then you had the goals from Hickok and
it's
Hookfin.
A good ball. They're doing a very good job keeping the ball away from the goalkeeper, because I think that's a respect of Hannah's ability and her being able to grab that. So yeah, they're kind of sending the ball into about like the 6-yard line, away where the keeper doesn't really want to come out that far for it. So playing the ball around well.
Moss goes right, and she has it again. And shot on goal right to Hannah May.
Hannah will be happy with those. She goes, I'll take a few more of those like that. All right, there's still one EA player up top. That's a little tricky. She's looking for a little support.
Setting up, and now we got a couple down, and they're trying to get it down to Jimerson, but cannot.
They're going to get the throw. It looks like it was an EA throw. Yep.
And so I believe that was Wagensback who was looking for the help down there, but did not have much.
Yeah, she wasn't seeing. And it's tough when you're on the ball, your head's looking down. You got to have people calling for you to give you some direction.
Right. It's tough to see the numbers out there. As you said, the hair sometimes gets in the way, and you got to wait for the girls to turn their backs because the numbers in front are so small.
Right. Yeah, the front, you go blind. They're 4 inches.
Yes.
The back is what you need. It's the worst is when a girl's on a green uniform and it's not a white thing. It's like you just give up. It's really tough.
And this is probably, as far as the press box setup, the farthest away from the field.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I find it easiest at East Ascension.
It's because of the track, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely so. East Ascension, it's easy to keep track of the players. And the pit is pretty good too, except that we're usually on the side, so when we get to the far side, it's a little bit tough again. As here we go with East Ascension with a chance, and try to center, and they get it there. Can she do anything with it? Cannot. That was Pransky.
Still needs support there because she was turned away from goal. It'd be nice if she could have dropped it off to someone.
So that was
unfortunate.
That was the best turnaround we've seen here so far for East Ascension.
It was. I was impressed with the Dutchtown keeper, that earlier clearance there before she knew she could pick it up. That was good stuff.
And so trying to get it, but
a little overhit. That's one of the first times we've seen that. That really is.
Exactly. So we were talking about some of the other games, and you have Central Lafourche and Dutchtown who are going to play next on the boys' side.
Right.
You had the Santa Maria girls. You talked about playing at Mandeville.
Yep.
The boys, you got Santa Maria versus New Iberia. It's going to be played at the pit.
That's tonight, I believe. Yep.
And then the EA boys are against St. Paul's, and you talked about how tough that one is going to be.
That's a tough one. I'm glad for EA boys in there. Good for the young ones to get the experience. And, yeah, you play against St. Paul's, you know you're in a game there.
Right. I can remember last year the boys here at Dutchtown beat St. Paul's in the regular season. It was like a December game, and they act like they won the World Cup.
Well, St. Paul's go to California to play in a tournament.
Yes.
Coach Moser, I think he's won 7 state championships.
And there's a shot center. Cookman has it, turns around, wide right.
Not that far from her goal, like the way she did it, how she turned, gave her space.
Right. Got a little competition there between Hickok and Hookfin.
Yeah.
Hookfin's trying to catch her with a second goal.
Yep.
So she cannot right there. She may get another opportunity later in this game if they stay on the offensive.
They're both sophomores as well. That's impressive.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
This team is going to be good for a while.
Yeah. They're set up to be good.
Right. The Dutchtown girls, usually there's somebody coming around as a shot on goal wide.
Ooh, just wide.
Yes.
Did Hannah get a touch on it? It looks like the...
let's see.
Yeah, the ref, I think, is indicating corner kick.
And so that was Hickok who got it back, I believe. Let's see. Gozinski. You see right there on the replay. And it was Gozinski with the shot. And yes, I believe she got her hands on it. And so you see Hickok over there in the corner getting ready to do the corner kick.
I think if we're on 10 corner kicks, I think 9 have been really good.
Yes.
Where you could say, hey, let's put that in the back of the net.
And so they race to the goal, and just missed. They have good intentions out there, but just haven't connected.
Sure. And sometimes you can overhit it as well.
And now here comes a nice pass, but can't keep it off the back foot.
Was that Galindo? I don't know who that was.
I believe that was Wagaspack.
Wagaspack.
And now...
That was a good ball. That was a really nice ball.
Dutchtown on the offensive, and that may be too long. No, Hookman can save it. Great
she
speed.
Needs support, dropping off good.
Nice shot.
Well
good
defended.
Block. Good
well
block.
defended.
And another shot
again.
Blocked. That came from Sadie Gill. We haven't talked about
Spirited
her.
effort there, yeah.
This is Gozinski. Chased by 2 defenders. And now Moss on the right.
Good little fight there. Good competition.
Good job by the EA defenders. They've done a good job
They've had a good little series there. Can hold their head ups. Yep. Hold their heads up.
And May, what can we say about her?
Not much to say. So almost halfway through second half, just that early goal.
Yep. And they're starting to show a little bit of aggression on that offensive side. They had a couple of opportunities. They had a nice pass, but I believe it was Wagaspack lost it off her back foot.
It was. And you hope, as a coach, let's get 2 or 3 of those. Let's see if one can count, and then you just break it down like that.
3-1. You talk about that 2-goal deficit.
Yes. Makes it a competition. It keeps you in, and they're working hard defensively. They're in a good spot right here. They've been working hard.
And so there's Moss passes down low and tried to lead Hookfin, but just
little
not
overhit,
quite.
and Hannah she read it well. She could see it coming there.
Right.
Giving her girls a time. Nobody's moving up as much yet, so it's still that lone.
See the umbrellas out. The rain must have
little drizzle
come
going,
back a little bit. A little harder to cover it. We have to stand up or ask people to get on their ponchos or something.
Just bang on the window.
Yeah. How dare they do that?
Yeah.
Good. But we have a monitor and great camera operator, so we're okay. And they're centering.
Cross.
No. Cross. Trying to get it to Hickok.
I thought it was a little miscommunication there, but I bet Hannah was probably screaming at the defender, leave. And you can do that up until the last minute, and the defender will get out the way. Oh, right at halfway punt. That was good. She's done a lot.
And down to Maya Tilly. Tilly has it again. So Tilly is able to clear it.
She's had some good touches, yeah. Tilly's a senior. She doesn't want her high school career to end tonight.
Nope. Trying to get that cross. No. But Hickok gets it, sets up Hookfin, and that's a chance off the post. The rebound high.
She hit that hard as well. That was good.
I believe that's the second time she's hit that post.
Yeah.
Look at the replay here. So, good job by Hickok setting her up. And off that left post.
No, if that's going in, no goalies. I don't think a boys' goalie's getting to that.
Oh no, she had a right angle on that.
Right.
That was a smart move, but just missed by inches.
And from her first touch to getting the shot, that was really nice.
28 versus 5. 5 has the lead. 3-0. Dutchtown over East Ascension. Jeff Porsche, Chris Goodall halfway through the second half. East Ascension running out of time. Dutchtown still putting the pressure on, and I don't think they're going to let up at any point here.
No, I don't believe so.
And there's Hookfin, center shot, easy save. Dutchtown, if they win, most likely would have a home game later this week against Fontainebleau, and they would get to avenge an early season loss.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing.
And I'm sure they are excited about that.
Right. You want a little revenge thing.
They can have a total revenge tour with the losses that they've had.
Yeah.
With the 1 and the 2 and the 12 and all that stuff.
It's such a weird one as well, like playing a district opponent. I looked at my previous stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was 14 years. We never, ever played a district opponent in playoffs. And I feel good about that, because after district, you want your district mates to win, to keep winning, and you have a little camaraderie with them.
Right.
But you like the girls to see somebody different, And
well, it's kind of bittersweet out here, as you see Jada Johnson with it. It's kind of bittersweet because it's good to have the matchup in the first round, because it's obviously good for the crowd, good for the gate, good for the ratings that we're going to have. But
going out.
Yeah, somebody's got to lose.
Right, one of our teams we care about.
Exactly. And what's funny is both of these games tonight are going to be district rematches. As a shot,
That's
no.
true. Central Lafourche, right? Yeah.
Right, Central Lafourche. The boys play in the Bayou District.
Yes.
Against the Terrebonne and Lafourche schools. But the girls play in the Ascension Livingston district, which is going to be the district for all the sports next year.
I saw that for football for next year, and that's I'm sure the football coach will be happy. No Catholic, right? That'll be nicer for them.
So you have what seems to be a comfortable lead, especially with the way they're playing out there. And so, Chris, if you're Coach Moss, what are you trying to do out here? Are you trying to score a couple more goals, or what's your ultimate end game here? As far as strategy goes,
at this stage, not getting any injuries.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the turf helps that. You're going to get turf burn, but they've probably got a lot of that this season.
Yes.
But you would like the potential to play some of your bench, especially ones who are maybe outside of your 12, 13, 14, 15 rotation, just to get them that experience. But it's still 3 and it's still 18 minutes to go.
But you can't quite do it.
No, you can't. But some of the big dogs, I'd like them getting ice packs on pretty soon.
Right. I don't think Hookfin or Hickok has sat a minute so far.
No.
Do you start thinking about giving them a rest? Another shot saved.
I think if they're coming off, they're staying off.
Yes.
They would be staying off,
But you probably want to wait for 4.
Wait for 4 all the time. All the
Yes.
time's going, And for EA, it's going to be tough to get 3 goals back, isn't it? And again, if I'm Coach Jenner, can we get 1? Can we get 1? And then let's see what happens.
And
see how much time's left.
Right. With the ball handlers they have and the big strike capability, it's going to be hard for East Ascension to come back here.
Momentum's a crazy thing sometimes, though. But if I'm Coach Jarrett, I don't want anybody getting hurt.
Right. But this could turn out to be an improvement from their regular season. That was a 5-0 game.
It was, yeah. So this is 3.
Yes.
And that's credit to EA because, you want that, don't you? You shouldn't be lying down on this. You got seniors. We just went through them at halftime. Oh, good ball.
High.
Did Hannah get a little touch on that? Maybe not.
I think there's a possibility. She might have got a fingertip on it.
They've indicated goal kick, so
we may be able to see that on the replay. Let's see if
and
we
the
got
goalkeeper will never admit to that, though, either.
Right. Let's see. So you have Hickok setting up, cross, up, blocked, and now here comes.
That was a little high, I think.
Maybe high.
But I'll tell you what, if she was close to it, she was doing the exact form to knock it
Audrey
out
Galindo
there.
back in for EA.
Exactly. So we're talking about our game of the week next week. Maybe soccer if that works out. But Friday night, you have EA Santa Maria boys basketball coming up most likely. So that's a game that you're definitely going to look forward to outside of soccer. So, and then you're an EA guy. Is it ever, as we see a chance, is there ever a situation where you're not excited to play against Santa Maria?
In any sports or
any sports?
Oh, they love that, know. And it's weirder when you speak to the older population, like my in-laws, because they still don't even really get the concept of Dutchtown. And it's it's been there 20 years, and of course you're going to throw in a Prairieville High School in a few years,
Right.
So I talk to people in an older generation. It's the Santa Maria EA and wanting to try and be Catholic. It's Dutchtown's a pretty big deal as well.
Yes.
So yeah, of course
Here's
it is.
Here's a chance for
Good
Hickok.
stop. She's looking for somebody.
And it'll go out. I think that'll be a goal kick.
I think it ran over her foot there. But no, it's always good, isn't it? Shoot, the tennis team, you name it.
Right.
Band people, they get fired up. It's good. Healthy rivalries, and we all know we're blessed to be at a really good school system here. So rivalry is a fun thing as well. Little added bragging rights when they're at Raising Canes and stuff like that.
Exactly. And so EA just cannot get any momentum on offense.
No, they can't. And they had a couple of looks earlier in the half, and it's kind of dissipated a little bit. And of course, you said it, Dutchtown, they've not let down, so EA's having to work very hard defensively.
So they get it and trying to get it back, and I believe that's Moss who will center it over to Bonadonna.
So I just realized that must be Jared's daughter. I just realized that, yeah. Maybe she gets the athleticism from her mother's side.
I'm sure he won't be watching this, and no, he definitely won't. He definitely won't hear that.
Throw in.
So they'll throw it in. East Ascension.
And she's a good player. She's a junior, good player.
Absolutely. And she's done a good job setting up her strikers for sure.
Yeah, very much so. Very much.
But that's got to be a lot of pressure too, playing for Dad.
Yep.
Because you're going to hear about it on the ride home probably.
Well, I was hopefully not. If he's wise with a teenage girl, I used to coach David Alexander's daughter in club soccer, Ashley. Oh man, she was a little engine. And I'd say, hey, how's it like at school when your dad was principal? Like hearing people in the hallway. She goes, I just ignore it, and I realize they're probably bad kids. I just like any principal kid is like, you gotta ignore that, you know.
Right.
Oh, it's bouncing around.
There's a shot, yeah.
And Hannah had it blocked there, so you know. No, I'm sure Jared, if he's wise with a teenage girl, you have that little separation there. That's healthy, you know. And
I think so.
Yeah.
But he still needs to coach. But like he does. But he's not gonna. He's not gonna nag probably about that. Absolutely not. I have a teenage daughter, so I understand.
You know, I've just got a boy, and you know, not just got a boy, but yeah, you got to balance those things out. You know, you really do. She's probably after this ready to get food, eat, stretch, and get on the phone.
So from our producer, we have a final from in a district play. The girl.
We might get a goal right here.
Chance. And it's in, or is that a goal? Yes, it is.
Goal for the Griffins.
And so let's see as a sliding goal. Let's see as
I think it needed.
There you
help
see
to go in.
Bonadonna setting up Hookfin, and it's going to be Hookfin.
Hookfin
got it.
Yeah, it was in.
So great replay.
Yeah, her play off of the ball there to set herself up. That was good.
Right.
You were saying.
So what we were saying, we have the Bird boys have beaten Walker by a score of 4-0.
Okay.
Santa Monica, New Iberia scoreless at the half.
And they probably kicked off at 6, I'm sure.
Yes.
So Santa Monica, at the half.
Right. That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. They're fun to watch. They really are.
Oh, it was.
They are. Their goalkeeper, oh my gosh, he can crank the ball.
Yes, he can.
He
really
can.
Goodness. Swag told me he used to be a punter, I believe.
Yeah, he did. Dutch connection of some sort.
Yes.
But yeah. And he can really, like halfway line, it might go in.
There's a chance for Moss. Blocked.
Good closing down. I'm not sure who that was. That was a very good closing down. She knew that was going to hurt.
Okay, so yes, the score we were talking about, the Bird over Walker on the girls' side.
No surprise there, yeah. Bird, every year in, year out. Coach Lisa Silverman, I think it is. Yeah, she's been there for like 20 years.
And Bird tied Dutchtown earlier this season.
Yeah.
So that's a score of interest.
Tell you what, Captain Shreve for up north though. Captain Shreve have been the top dog. I think they beat Bird as well earlier in the season. So Bird's usually, the North Louisiana's top dog, but I think Captain Shreve, they're number 4, aren't they? Because Dutch number 5.
Yeah, that would be the road game.
Potential matchup, yeah.
And
it would need.
Of course, we would love to see we need a 21-12 upset in order for that to happen.
Yes. So then Shreve would have to travel. Yeah.
We would, but that's but that would be North Shore, who's the 5. Who's the 12, and North Shore not likely.
No,
I know.
I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Anything's possible, sure, but I don't know.
The girls would like to see a rematch with them and beat them, but we would like to televise them next week, and we're not going to Shreveport.
No, you're probably not.
So we need something to happen.
Right.
As a shot on goal high.
What's the furthest?
Off the goal, off the
in?
crossbar, or off the upright, of the goal post. That was probably out.
The assistants, got the flag up. What's the furthest you guys go? Do you stay in the parish, or?
We when in the boys playoffs, we went to Acadiana last year,
sure.
so we'll leave if it's we'll go somewhere if it's reasonable and we can all get there.
Yeah.
But during the regular season. We go to Baton Rouge for the district games. I've been out to, we've been out to St. Charles Catholic one time. We've been to Thibodaux. So we've been to lots of places.
I never forget my wife. She was the cheer sponsor at Episcopal. She's a librarian. She's in the public libraries now. So they're Episcopal basketball. They made the playoffs, and this is like they're 2A or 1A. and they went to this school, and she had to go, and it was 3 miles from the Arkansas border.
Oh, wow.
It was Southport or something like. They were all looking it up. It's like, because in playoffs you don't know who that is.
Exactly.
And it was literally, I think they went to Arkansas to get pizza, just so they say they went out. Yeah, it was so far. It was such a long trip.
Exactly.
It was Shreveport, but you can go that good bit further north there. Yeah.
Right. I remember. That happens a lot. I remember last year we didn't go to that, but I know Dutchtown had to play Benton in the baseball playoffs, and so in baseball you have a 3-game series, so you have to stay overnight.
God. Yeah, no question. Yeah,
that's tough.
That's a tough one, but you want that for you. You can't. Yeah, there's no travel. Even if I was an hour away, I'd try to want to stay for that.
Yeah, Dutchtown was kind of snake bit last year as they beat Benton in 2 games,
up there,
and then the next week they had to go to West Monroe, and then they got swept.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Yeah, they went 10,000 miles. It feels like. We got another final from Lyle.
Mass subs for the Griffins.
Our final Catholic, the 1 seed on the boys' side, beat Errett 8-0.
And that's probably a mercy.
Yeah, that was a mercy rule. That was probably most likely.
Yeah. So it looks like Coach Moss has took out a lot of the big dogs right there.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of substitutions coming in. Throw-in is coming from Mallory Samro, number 26.
They got the 4th goal, and you've got like 7 minutes left now.
Yeah.
But if I'm EA, hang tough here. It's like, all right, it was 5-0 last time. That's something to hang on to there.
Yeah. An attempt right there by Pransky, but just can't clear it. That was 18 on the defense, Emily Adams. Oh, here's a chance for Pransky. And she gets a nice job. Not good footwork, but saved.
Yep. Yeah, referee was on top. Yeah, I was on top. It was a good play. Yeah.
Meisner, the freshman. So she gets another opportunity.
Yep. She's had a couple of things to do there.
So hopefully Dutchtown will be able to get Moody back in goal for the second round.
Hope everything's okay there.
6 minutes remaining.
Whether it's injury or whether it's COVID issue or something. It's been a tough couple of seasons for all these sports, and
exactly,
it's been real tough. Baseball maybe the most, because they missed out on the very first year, didn't they? When they cancelled everything.
Exactly, they didn't have a postseason. There was about 8. They played about 8 games, and then it was over.
Yeah, that's when like the whole March Madness got cancelled, and then we're like, oh my gosh, this is getting real.
Exactly. Most of the winter sports were close to finishing.
I think they got to finish. I think they had this because it was February going to March.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, your fall sports did it. So baseball, it feels like, and hopefully, just the way things are going, the numbers and everything, hopefully it's a solid spring for everybody. Rates of transmission and all that. So we want everybody to be healthy and safe.
So it looks like East Ascension is going to fall here. They were in their season at 12-8-2, but as we said, the coach Jennifer Franklin is turning things around over at East Ascension.
She is absolutely good, so good, especially for this. She's got a lot of young ones to get this playoff experience, to see what it feels like.
And
just went out of bounds.
Dutchtown 16-5-1. In about 5 minutes, most likely.
Yep.
And Jared Moss, I mean, we talked about him, and you know him, and there was 3 or 4 people that are like basically soccer gurus here in Ascension Parish, and he's one of them. Of course, Vias is.
Absolutely.
You talk about that, and you've had a lot of experience out here. But when you talk about his job with Ascension Flight, and he's still doing Ascension Flight.
Yeah. Well, he was. Let me see. Who was president? 2013 up until the start of the school year, so he put in a really long shift there. So that's a hard task, and that's parents who've paid money for their kid to play. That's a little different deal there. So he's really helped. And look, the whole program and over at Lamar Dixon, it's a very, very nice setup. Good turn there by Pransky.
As he got a chance, and it's saved.
It's nice. PK. I think it's a PK. Yep.
Will it be? Okay, possibly. I was
and a card, yellow card. That's our first card of the day.
So that's going to be committed by Jada Johnson.
So who takes this? Do you let the freshman who got the PK take it, or nope?
Or do you let a senior on her final night? Perhaps
you should have a top 3. who can really handle it. Sometimes for me, I love defenders taking the PKs. So let's see, what are we marking out here? Maybe the spot isn't too clear.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure who's taking it. Doesn't look like anybody right now.
Nobody.
The referee's going to take it.
Okay, as we have.
Okay, so who is that? I can't see who that is.
Yeah, number. I think it's 19. Galindo.
Oh, yeah. She's very experienced. Played a lot of soccer all over.
And that's an easy goal. Good job.
Good stuff.
Good job getting on the board. It's 4-1.
Freshman girlie.
Audrey Galindo.
Her dad had also been a great servant to the game, and he's actually assisted the girls. And I know he's helped out with the boys a lot as well. So I coached her older sister, great player as well. So, hey, that's good for them to get one on the board. They haven't marked it on the scoreboard. I'm gonna
maybe there's a problem with the scoreboard. Maybe it wasn't just a little
dig.
Exactly.
Right.
But sometimes they play those little head games. I know.
Sure.
When the Falcons play the Saints in Atlanta,
yes.
they don't put Saints on the scoreboard. They put visitor.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing something like that. Probably not.
It is. It's visitor. Yeah. Good on Prensky getting that penalty kick though. She deserved a little something from her evening there.
Yes.
That was good stuff.
So
and the PK hit it low and away from the goalie. That was what you want to do.
So they were not expected to win here tonight.
Correct.
But they have competed out here really hard, and a great job by the goalkeeper and good job by the defense keeping the score low.
Absolutely, and that's what you wanted, because you want to hang your head. You want to hang your head high here. Dutchtown, they're a quality number 5, and their season is not ending tonight, and I don't think it's ending in the next couple of days either. But I'll give credit to EA dug in some of those defensive plays. There's going to be some sore girls tomorrow, but that's what you want. It's a playoff game.
And you see improvement from the other game, 5-0.
Sure, absolutely.
4-1, big difference.
Yeah, especially because, like you said, it was only a few weeks ago, right?
Right.
It wasn't December.
So these girls finished runner-up and in the district behind Dutchtown, and they had a nice performance tonight. Just was not enough.
It's not a bad way for the seniors to go out, and it's really good for the returning players. Like, okay, we can build on this.
Exactly.
And you go into that that Livingston Parish, Ascension Parish district where you would tend to think the Ascension schools would be the favourites usually. So you want to compete with that again.
Here's a chance.
Nice.
And a nice aggressive.
Yeah, I like seeing that
from behind.
Even at the end, both teams. It's good stuff. Spirited.
Now in the last 10 games for Dutchtown, they are going to go 10-0 with no ties.
Yeah, they lost. Was the last loss in December?
The last loss was on 12/27 against Mount Carmel.
Against Mount Carmel, who's every bit there.
And that one's just too hot. And
good play again.
And Meisner will get the save.
Some keepers
clear it.
Keepers are scared to come out of the box there. That was good stuff.
So now the clock is inside of 2 minutes. So you see it stop. The throw in right there from Ariana Walters, senior, getting on the field tonight.
The defender tried to knock it off for a throw in there.
Don't push from behind. No.
A little carried away there.
No whistle.
She did a good job. The defender was kicking it out for a throw in and she blocked it, but you had her in a good little spot in the corner there.
You probably are not going to get any extra time here, and with the outcome not in doubt.
Not a
as well.
huge amount, no. Ooh, watch out. That could have been a goal from there.
Right, that was a Gill.
Through.
Exactly. Now here's a chance.
Good turn.
I believe that's Galindo again.
Yep, good little turn.
Oh, that was 57. Vivian Savoy.
If that was a tied game, crowd will be losing their mind. They'll be having heart palpitations.
So now you have Dutchtown and some new faces out there. We try to mention as many as we can. And so that's 17 on the far side, Sadie Gill, but cannot get to her. So moments away from a final. Looks like Dutchtown will win 4-1, barring something unforeseen. So they are on a collision. There it is. So Dutchtown appears to be on a collision course with a rematch in the second round. So that we will find out soon enough if they're going to be able to get that rematch against Fontainebleau or not. Our final score, 4-1. And Dutchtown with the victory. They improved to 16-5-1. EA finishes at 12-8-2, a winning season for the EA Lady Spartans. Congratulations to them.
Yep.
Chris, you can come back anytime.
It was fun. A lot of fun.
Even if we're playing a team that doesn't have a mascot.
I'll boycott that game.
Exactly.
That's inappropriate. I don't see the point.
Well, it was an honor to have you out here.
Pleasure.
You gave a lot of insight that we needed out here.
It was a fun game, and I enjoyed it with you guys. I appreciate it coming out. It was good to see 2 sets of local teams, and love it for the sport. It's really good stuff.
So we'll be out here Friday at the EA Santa Monica basketball game, and then next week we'll see what happens. We'll keep you abreast of what we do next week when we know for sure. But that'll do it for tonight. For Chris, I'm Jeff, and you've been watching the ETAL Game of the Week on REV TV.